If you do digital images or you have digital assets that you want to put a watermark on, I'm going to show you how you can do that for free using Canva, the free version. Kim here with Little Biz Resources, and let's hop into it. All right, so this is Canva. You can see that it says try Pro for 30 days. So I'm logged into an account that does not have the Pro attached to it. I do normally use Pro, but for this sake, I want to show you how to do it without it. So I actually have a file. I've uploaded it here already, and this is one of my digital files that I've created using Midjourney. Now I want to go ahead and make a watermarked version of it so that I can put it on places like Pinterest or Etsy or even my own website and have that watermark on it. So if somebody steals it, it makes it harder for them to use. It's not a perfect process, but if you do it, it's going to minimize the number of people who are going to steal it. Some people may still steal it. There's not much you can do about that. All right, so first thing I would like to do, since this is actually a repeating file, I'm going to go into Elements. I'm going to take this circle here because it's not repeatable then, and I'm going to put this in. Now, if I'm selling this as a repeatable pattern, I want to show the repeat, and I would probably just make it bigger than the repeated pattern is to give an illustration of what it looks like. And that alone will make it very difficult for somebody to use. But we're just going to put the circle in here for simplicity's sake. I'm going to go back to my uploads. I'm going to move this in there, and you can see it fills that in nicely. You can do it however you want, but this is just one way to do it. Now I'm going to go to text. I'm going to click add a heading, and I'm going to type in the website. I actually don't remember the name of my website, so I'm just going to put my name on here, and I'm going to, maybe I'll even put the copyright symbol. This is how you get it easy, right? So this is the little C. Let's see if I can find it right here. So I just copied that from the internet and pasted it. That is completely legal. So now I'm going to do white. So you're like, wait a second, that's super obvious. Now, with a watermark, you do not want to block the majority of the image. You want them to be able to see the image so they can see all of it, but not be able to use it on something without then crediting you. So I like to cover the majority of it. You don't have to. Some people like to have it in the corner. It's whatever your preference is, you can put it wherever you want. But now it's super obvious. So I want to make this a little bit more diluted. So I'm going to highlight all of that. And I'm going to come over here to this transparency, and I'm going to put it at maybe 40% and see. That's not bad at 40%. You might want it a little bit lower, 30%. So it's still on there. The copyright's on there. It might still be a little obvious. You just play with it until you get what you like. Obviously, light on a dark background is going to be different than dark on a light background, right? So you can play with this. You can use different colors if you want. The idea is to get it so it's on there, but it's not super visible, right? So they can still see the bulk of the image. So I might even go down to, let's go down to 20. So I like that. So they can't use that image and without having that watermark on it. And you'll see people will have the watermark on it. If you guys ever saw one of my videos, I was creating images in Midjourney. This is maybe a year ago. And it would create its own watermark in it. So obviously watermarks are very popular online, and it is something that's somewhat necessary to minimize the chance of your designs getting stolen. And if you say, wait, Kim, I could just put a low resolution up there. Actually, there's free sources out there that will upscale the images now. So you really do need a watermark if you're doing digital images or if you want to protect your digital assets like this, right? That's how you do it for free. Easy, very simple, and you can replicate this. Like if you wanted to have, if you had multiple designs, you could set up a template. Let's say if you wanted to do the same, let's say you're doing the exact same thing, right? You just set up this template. Here, I already know what I want for the amount. Why is that changing? Why are you not moving? It's like jumping the screen back up. Anyway, so now I've pasted that on there, right? So I can actually delete this one. And if I wanted to duplicate that one, I could just say duplicate page. And if I had more things uploaded, then I could just drag them over there. I have the Snoopy one. That's not my design, but you know, so there it is. You can just drag it over. That's real simple how to do it. If you have questions, hop into the Facebook group. We have a lot of other strategies that you can use. This is another way that you can kind of keep your images more unique. So when people steal them, it's still crediting you. And I've seen that happen on Etsy. I've seen it happen even on Amazon. I've seen it happen from websites where people will steal it from your website and put it on their own website. My sister's had her images, all of her images stolen by other sellers on Etsy, that they take her images that she's taking pictures of and they list them on their own products with her watermark on it, right? So it's going to happen, but at least you can have your watermark on there so it is yours and you can prove it, right? Let me know if you have questions.